If I look out into the world and all I see is black, whites, and gray tones, does that mean that there are no colors in the world? It does mean that that's all I see, but maybe I've never considered that it is not the world, but really my perception of the world that is determining the lack of color. Maybe I was given a lens or a set of lenses to which to look through at the world that have determined how I see the world. Maybe in my childhood, maybe some point in my life, maybe many points in my life, I was given these lenses to put on in which to see the world, in which to perceive the world as black or white or gray tones. Lenses that knocked out the magnificence and the beauty and the color and the substance and the depth, but instead I get a Polaroid, black and white, gray-toned world. If that's the case, maybe I never know that I'm wearing the lenses until I do. So how do we wake up? How do we emerge? How do we break through those lenses? How do we even discover that we're wearing those lenses? Because those lenses are given to us by the experiences of our world, experiences of life. We know from epigenetics that what we experience becomes our biology, and our biology feeds into this loop that feeds into our brain and actually adds to the way that we see the world. If we have a fearful experience and it traumatizes us, our biology and our neurology support that. And the more it supports it, the more we see through those lenses. So what do we need to do? We need to break through and to be able to even become aware that we might be wearing those black and white gray tone lenses. How do we do that? Well, we have to have an experience of color. Well, how do you have an experience of color while wearing the lenses? And the only way to have an experience of color while wearing the black and white gray lenses is to do that which you've never done before, to step out into something that is so unfamiliar, so wildly and extraordinarily unfamiliar to you. Now, for some people, that's an experience with psychedelics, with native medicines, or whatever it might be. For some people, it's through holotropic breathing. There's ways to do it that involve substances and ways that don't involve substances. But what I want to put to you is that it's not possible to even consider that there is other colors in the world beyond the ones that you know until you're willing to consider that maybe you've been wearing lenses that have given you a perception of the world that may not be true. And when those lenses come off, all the deliciousness of life appears before you in all its depth and its color and its magnificence. And maybe then you start seeing the world as it is, rather than seeing the world as who you are. You stop seeing the world through your limited and egoic, traumatized experience, and you begin to see the world through the depth of your soul, through your deep greatness, through the truth that is beyond anything you've known before. My name is Dov Baron, and I'm the founder of FullMontyLeadership.com. Stay curious, my friends, stay curious about the lenses you've been seeing the world through, because they're not necessarily the truth, even though they may have been your truth.